this, guys. 2 new ones. No black one, original one. Hi. These two are still learning how to get their feet. This one's got his footing. But what I've noticed, even though they got bedding in here, he's keeping his feet curled. See how he's keeping his feet curled? Yeah. He's keeping his feet curled. Like, he can put them out. But I do got one silky. Her one foot is curled. But he's keeping his feet curled. He's not putting them all the way out. You see how he's not putting his feet all the way out? But he's still walking and getting around. It's like he's got too many toes. And he's like, Mom, I got too many toes. I can't put my feet out. Because see how he can put his foot out? He can put his feet out. But when he puts them down, he wants to curl them. Yeah, when he puts them down, he wants to curl. He don't want to put them straight down. And I've put him on other stuff. I've had him on sawdust and straw before. He's getting around. He's eating. I'm not really worried about it. Nope. I just want to get this real quick video because it's supposed to be a really bad storm coming through here later. What? Everybody does seem to be doing good, so. We're still sitting on eggs. We got hens teaching them how to eat and drink. Yep. So all's good. Right, little one? This one's kind of neat. It looks like kind of my white ones. Some of my white ones have turned out like this. But he's got a little bit different shading on him. But he might just be an all-white silky, too. Some of my all-white silkies have turned out this color, but they had this, like, dinginess to them. Well, I got the farm done in time. Just in time. I still got a little wet. Woo! Get in the door. Hans, get in here. We're not going in yet. I'm standing in the door. Look at your tail. It's muddy. I'm gonna wipe them off when I go in. Get in here. Come on. Get in here. Come on. I'm standing in here. I gotta get his attention. Come here. Come on. You want to stand out there in the rain? Stand out there in the rain. But anyway, for any of you, like, you know, I'm in PA and we're supposed to be underneath side. Tornado, hurricane warning, or we were, but now it's severe thunderstorm. Oh, I just want to go in, Mom. But this is what it's doing so far. My doorway's dripping. I don't want to get my camera wet. It's heavy rain right now. It's a little windy. I was flying at the trees. Man, the trees is better over that way. Come on, in here. Oh, yeah. There we go. Come on. Get in here. For a minute. The trees this way every so often, like up there at its land. But I gotta dry the dogs off now. And me a little bit. My shirt's got a little bit wet, but farm's done early. They still had some food. The only thing I had to do was replenish the outside water. Give the rabbits a little bit of fresh water and a little bit extra hay. Give the moms and chicks a tad bit, a little bit of food, but everybody's still good. I think they knew the storm was coming and they were just going to keep themselves inside. But yeah. I might sploosh the video together and show you more later, but still only 4 chicks. I checked real quick, just the 4 chicks. And I don't need any more little band hams. I got enough band hams. Oh. I only got to go from here to here. And I don't want to, do you guys? Like, no, Mom, I got all wet. Yeah. Look at all the leaves that I tracked in and how wet it is. So now, I might just sploosh the chicken picture together with this and call it Chickens and Storm. A chicken storm. Well, it's going to be a really confusing title. What to title this? Chicken Storm. Fun. But my tire swing's swinging by itself. Now the wind's blowing in on my camera. You ready to go in, Kai? Ready to go in for me to dry you off? Klein's like, I don't care. Well, it's like, this isn't fun, Mom. Rain isn't fun, is it? You play in mud puddles. You play in a creek. And she'll play in the mud. She don't like baths. She's okay with the rain. She'll withstand it, but after a while it's kind of like, yeah. At least it's not freezing cold rain. Alright. We're going to say bye and go in and dry off. Ready? Say bye. The sun is out and you're laying in a shade. What's wrong with you? Not that cold out. It's nice and warm. Get out here and lay in the sun. I'm filling up my bucket. Taking a... come back up. Taking a milk jug and just filling this one up. Oh, I gotta shut it off. A little bit too full. That's okay. Take my time and get it out there. It rained here yesterday. You see how muddy my water is? That's a clean bucket. And that's a clean bucket. But it's oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on there. Okay, here we are back with chicks. Anyway, so I was trying to show you this little guy yesterday. See how his feet curl out? Or her feet? That's what, it's hard to sex silkies. But see how the feathering, I don't know if I can focus, goes long, short, long, short, long, short. That usually indicates a hen. Because roosters are all the same, they don't have that. You gotta wait till they're a little bit older. But anyway, see his feet, how they like to curl? He won't put them out. Now, I have one hen that walks, and she literally walks with her foot down like this. It looks like a gorilla paw. Nobody in her line has that foot problem. It's just something that develops in when they come out. See how he won't extend his feet out? But he can. And he can move his feet. See how he can move his feet? His feet are movable. See how he can grab with his feet? See how she can grab with them? She just don't want to extend her feet out. And she will, but she can. Now, and she can walk. She can get around just fine. Now how fast that little sucker went? And if that's the case, and it's just something in her, or it could be like a freak genetic, if that's the case, then Miss Gorilla Paw, as I call her, Sully, then I won't collect any of her babies to hatch out. It could be something in her genetics, or it could be, again, another fluke. I've had regular chicks that had this problem. I've had ducks that had this problem. We've tried putting popsicle sticks, cutting out like cardboard and, you know, not taping it on, but using that like horse wrap stuff, to try to make it flat instead of it always curled. No, I can do stuff that has like splayed leg, not a problem, it's worked, but for some reason when I got Tumble back there, tumbleweed, and yeah, Sully back there. Satine's the one that has the gorilla paw. When I got the black one and the buff one back there, they were a little bit older. Yeah, you were. Hi, I'm talking about you. They were a little bit older, so of course, I figured I could fix it up better. Had it to the vet and everything, and like the vet said, if she's walking around, she's digging on it now. The one I call, Satine, Miss Gorilla Paw, she walks around with her foot literally like a gorilla. She will open her paw, she will open her foot up, and she will dig with it, but then she walks with it back down. So she uses it whenever she wants to. It's just that's how she uses it. She don't want to use it any other way. I don't know if it's like a, who is fighting over here? Stop it! No fighting. Oh, are you kicking his butt? The asshole's butt? Okay. You gonna teach him a lesson? Jack, leave Jack alone. Jack's nice. And like the vet said, as you can see, she can grab onto stuff. The one that has, like I call the gorilla paw, if she gets up and roost, she can unclench her fist and roost and hold on to the bar. So she can use it. She can hold on to stuff. She can roost, not a problem. I don't think this one's gonna have a problem because it's got function and its foot. But if I did adopt it out to somebody, I'd adopt it out to somebody that had chicken experience and go to a nice home to keep an eye on. The only thing I gotta keep an eye on, for Miss Gorilla Claws, I call it, is, I guess the fur on its feet, or a feather. This stuff feels like fur to me, not feathers. The feathers on the feet is, I just gotta keep it cleaned off a little bit more extra. So that's all you might have to do with her. But we'll see how he or she develops. Like I said, I think it's a female. Like I said, it is hard, a little bit harder to feather sex the bantams. That is in my ear. But they were all eating. You're not on anything, are you? No. You're on eggs. And all the babies are like way back in there. I checked the eggs earlier. I didn't see any more pipping. And I'm trying to find some newer ones. There's one of the newer ones. Now this little guy, no problem, came out fine. He still has a dark coat to him. A little bit of a bluey sheen. So, not sure if it'll change or if it'll be just white. Yeah. Hi, little one. I know. And this one, he has 5 toes on this side. And on this side, he only has 4. So, he'll, I've had some of my full silkies. I've bred some of my full silkies. And they have had, I feel you, but I can't reach you. Where are you? You guys do so good at, hiding the eggs. Okay, I'm just going to bring these eggs over here. Put them there for a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, we got one pippin. We got one pippin. Okay, so we're just going to leave that one. So we've got one pippy. I didn't see that one way back. Oh, please be one of the new. Oh, it's the black one again. You must be my favorite. Let me turn the... I could turn this off. When I was checking the eggs, everybody was out running around, having a good old time at the Flintstones. I feel something. There's one of the newer ones. There. You come here. Hurry up. There's one of the newer ones. It's kind of like a chipmunk marking on the back. And this one only has 4 feet. Yeah, 4 feet. It's got 4 feet, 4 toes. So. Okay. There you go. Have your eggs back. Have your eggies back. Here you go. Finish letting that little guy pip out. Like I said, I checked all of them, but I didn't get all the way in the back, because it's kind of hard for me to bend over and reach. But I'm going to make this one short, go down, and show everybody else, spend some time with the dogs, and then I'll check that little guy here after a bit. Hi. Okay, well, don't. What do you want, huh? What? Let me put my coffee down. It stays. Huh? You want some love, sweetheart? You want some love and cuddles. I'm not going to sit down on the ground with you. No. Look at your beard. Look at that pretty little beard. Yeah. Look at your blue eye. Yeah. Look at your pretty blue eye. What are you barking for? And what, you guys want some lovin's too? Want me to come in here and give you hugs and kisses? I know George would. Won't you, George? Huh. What about you, Dodo? Can I come give you love? I'm gonna go heat my coffee in a minute. Can I come give you love? Yeah, he'd run. Yeah. You're a dodo. My girls, what are you doing? What? What are you doing? Hmm? What are you barking at? And the neighbors are out over there. The neighbors are out over there. Who cares? Shush. Want some food? Hmm? It's not dinner time yet. It's not num-num times yet. It's not num-num time yet. Where's Tuck Dog? Oh, here's Wednesday. He's like, I'm over here eating. I just left for get the bucket here. Hi. How you doing? Oh, I'm gonna visit your friend. And what are you doing Wednesday? Huh? What are you doing? Falling on, there's food right there. We've got an egg already. Leave the egg alone. What do you guys want? It's not time to eat yet. No, it's not time to eat yet. Here's some, George. Come on. George won't take it from my hand. I have to have it in like a dish or something. George is weird. Come on, duckies. Is that you, Rainbow? No. She's over there, yeah. Come on, share with everybody. Come on, Humble. It's a little hard on my hand. Yeah, it's a little hard on my hand. It tickles. No, you're not getting in the bucket, because you'll tip it. It tickles, it tickles, it tickles, it tickles. It so tickles. Come on. Hurry up, you want some? That tickled. Come on, duckies. Come on, George. It's right there. Come on. You know, it's really hard to hold this camera and feed you guys. You know, the ducks want some. Okay, let's go towards the ducks are. on, duckies. Come on. Come on, hurry up. Come on. Come on, Romy. Come on. That's my finger. Come on, guys. Chickens are eating. The duck usually come eat out of my hand. It's like today you're scared for some reason. Oh, might be the band-aid on my finger. Is it the band-aid on my finger scaring you? Get out of the bucket, you'll spill it. Come on. Come on. Come on, girls. Eat up. No tickles, you know. Nibble's like, I want some. Well, come on. Come get it. Come on. Come on. There you go. And come on. Hurry up. I can't film and feed them at the same time. I'm squatting down and this really hurts. You guys act like you're always hungry. You got food out here only to leave. Come on. They got food scattered here underneath the leaves. See how they're eating underneath the leaves? They got food all over. In here. Yes, yes we do. I gotta stand up. There you go. I'll feed you guys after a bit. Yeah, another hour until it's time to eat. I know they're eating. You guys still got a bunch of food in here. I'm walking on food. If I move some of these leaves, you got food inside your pen too. It's been pouring down the rain here. I had a storm that came through the other night. So I had to feed everybody inside. I threw a little bit outside. And they have a dish underneath there. So everybody got fed. Come on, Tic Tok, out of the mud. Come on, bub. Come on, out of the mud. Come on. Babe, out of the mud. Come on. Come on. Get out of the mud. Come on. Come on. Out of the mud. Sweetie, out of the mud. Come on. Tic Tok, come on. Come on, baby. Come on, Tic Tok. Tic Tok, come on. Come here, out of mud. Come on. Come on. Tuck. Out of mud. Come on. Tuck, will you get out of the mud? Come on. Come on. Out of mud. Oh, Bob, what are you doing? Where'd Wednesday go? There she is. She's enjoying herself, getting some bugs. Like I said, the turkeys don't go too far. I mean, they'll go out behind, like around the burn pit and behind the building. They don't really go too far up on the bank. They go around here. They might go over towards like maybe the tractor and maybe a little bit up around those bushes, but not too far from right here. If they see me, they'll come towards the garage, or if they see me out front, they'll come out like long enough to say hi, turn around and come right back. Because they were trained to stay with the flock, to guard the flock. This is their home territory. This is why when they were young, I sort of kept them close to the chickens, housed them with the chickens. They had their own out time, but they were kept in a pen. I taught them to follow me, kind of like you do with young sheep. And I had a staff, and I still do have a staff. I shepherd them. You can shepherd turkeys like you do sheep, goats. You can shepherd chickens. You can shepherd ducks. You can teach ducks that, you know, you want them from a certain point. You don't have to put up a fence. You can teach them a certain focal point, like that tree and those stumps, and like they can go like to maybe over where that bush is and that thing, but you don't want them any further than that. And how you do that is I took a rake, like one of those metal rakes, and when you clang it on the ground, it makes a screechy sound. You know how rakes are, metal rakes. Plastic rakes, well, you don't want to do that with a plastic rake, but the metal rakes make a weird sound, and these guys don't like it. You can hook pop cans together and shake them, because they don't like that clanging sound. You could use an air horn. Scares every living crap out of them. But if you have a herding dog, that could actually hurt a herding dog's ears. Also, you could take your herding dog. I use her as my service dog, so she stays with me. If I had more money, like I said, I'm on low budget, than we can, so I have to use my service dog as also my farm dog. She's out here with me, she does her farm work, so this also gives her an outlet to do her herding stuff. But if you have a herding dog, you can train them to be a flock guardian, and you just train your dog. This is your property. You don't want your chickens, goats, or sheep. You want them in a certain area. You show the dog that's where you want them, and that's where the dog keeps them, and that's why they're flock guardians. I mean, some flock guardians will travel with the flock, but they also know how far the flock can go. Like if they're up in the mountains, like you take your dog and put it up in the mountains, it will follow the flock and protect the flock and go where the flock goes. But you can also train your dog. This is the border, this is the property, so the further I want them to go. Keep them in this area. So, my sinuses are really clogged up. And all this weather and stuff that we've been having and being all icky, I'm telling you. Can I get my camera to sit in the tree? It's a little off. I don't want it to fall. There we go. Just for a minute. Finally, you came out of the mud. Yeah, came out of the mud, didn't you? Hi, baby. Hi. Hi. Tic Tok come over to see us. And to Kylo, I can use her, and she did herd the turkeys when they were babies. But she did not... She started off a little rough because she was a pup at the time herself. And she had to learn with them. But as they grew up and got older, now, she was used to the older turkeys as well when she was a pup. And she learned that with the older turkeys, you don't herd them. You just ask them nicely to move. And you wait patiently, because they will bonk her in the head, or they would bite her in the butt. But then when the baby turkeys came along, when the other two passed away, she learned, oh, I can push them around when they were younger. But as the turkeys got older, they developed to where, like, hey, I'm as big as you are, and I weigh, because she weighs 57 pounds. The turkeys weigh about 50 pounds, so they're about the same size, or weight. The turkeys learn that they can push your dogs around, so Kind of learned pretty fast that these guys will bonk her in the head too, or bite her in the butt. And they don't do it in it. They do it just to let her know, hey, we're not the chickens and ducks. You don't push us around. You ask us nicely. But I wanted Kylo to learn, like Hans did, that the turkeys are flock guardians, like they are. They are to protect the flock. They're to work together. But if the turkeys are being like a little bit stubborn, don't want to go in, because turkeys can be stubborn. I just need her to kindly work and push them in. And there are bigger predators that could hurt the turkeys, and that's what they're there for. Huh, right? Yeah. You guys are laying in the shade again. Why? Late in the sunshine. It's cold in that shade. You guys are nuts. And there's the silly gooses. At least she's out laying in the shades, or laying in the sun. Yeah, laying in the shade. I can't speak today. And that's what she's doing. She's more or less insinuating, hey, somebody come jump on me and show me a good time. It's spring. It's time for mating, and that's what they want. I mean, all turkeys, ducks, chickens, most of them like a good butt scratch. But, and she will. She don't mind a butt scratch. It's one because it's springtime and I call it in heat for a turkey. I give you a good butt scratch. But sometimes when it's springtime and the female turkeys are a little bit in heat, it's hard to get them to move. They don't want to move. They don't want to, even if you get behind them and push them and nudge them a little bit, they want to lay down and do this. Sometimes if you use them a little butt rub to kind of insinuate, you know, something has gotten up on them, they'll move. Which is annoying. But most of it is just she wants some love. She just wants some attention, don't you? I'm not going to stand here and scratch her butt all day, but sometimes Tuck will do this, even when it's not springtime, even when, you know, she don't want, you know, no boys around. I'm just rubbing her. This is her leg right here. This is her leg. And this right here is her leg. This is her meaty leg. I'm just rubbing her leg. And her backside. And sometimes she'll just get up and shake it off. And they do this heavy breathing even, you know, not that she's overweight. She just does a heavy breathing. She gets excited. Are you done? Done? Are you done? Are you done? You got a dirty nose. Is your nose clean? You need to clean that nose hole out. You need to clean your nose out. You got a dirty nose. Pick your nose. How do you get dirt up in your nose? Sitting here picking boogers out of a turkey. You goober. You're a goober. Now see, she's got a snod. Kind of a snod or a snood. Wednesday does not have one. Because when she was younger, she had a little mishap with some of the other turkeys. They were about 2-3 months old, and Wednesday had a big snod coming in. And the other ones didn't. They only had little ones. Hers was much bigger, and they kept pecking at it. And it wasn't because of these guys, but the other turkeys kept pecking at it because they didn't know what that was on her face. And this is why I thought maybe she was a male at first, because her snod came in. And are you all right, Rory? But hers got pecked. Okay, you're all right. You just okay. You're laying in the sun. You scared me. But hers got kind of pecked off. Can I see your no snod face? See, she's got no snod. Rory, are you okay? You're over there, kind of. You just like chilling. You okay? Did you fall over and you couldn't get up? Rory, what are you doing? Is he drunk? What's wrong with him? See, Cuddles is doing so much better. She can stand up, get up, walk around. Rory, hey. See, he still got this. This is from... Can I pull this off? Oh, there we go. Haha! Came off, finally. Don't need that. Finally got that off. Okay. Good. Got that off. That was from his, we had this freeze that came through this winter. He got like a frostbite and windburn type deal. So did Morty. He lost part of his comb. And George got it. And they all made it through. Only 3 of my roosters got it. None of the bantams got anything. And I thought for sure Dodo would have got it because he's got a great big comb, but... Okay. But he's good. I was just making sure you're okay. Yeah. Making sure you were okay. Yeah. See his one eye over here? It's icky. I put stuff in it. It still looks like it has a little bit of an abscess there. It was going away and it was when we picked the abscess off. Got everything all out. Been putting stuff in it, but he digs at it. And of course when he digs at it and you got a muddy pen, it's all icky again. So we have this stuff for, it's to help clean out the eye for like of debris, and we got terramycin that you can put in the eye. And we've also got, it's stuff for allergies, for, you can use it on horses, chickens, pigs, ducks, whatever, but it's, we do both. It basically helps clear out any bacteria, any dirt, any debris, and it's more of a gel, like a water wash. I have used, my eye solution rinse too. So, yeah, he's just sleeping. And Morty looks like he has, that's his good eye. This one, it looks like it's abscessed, but it's not. It's calloused over. Because we've had him to the vet. It's just calloused over. And that might be what's happening to Rory's eye. Is it's no longer abscessed, it's starting to callous over. But anyway, I'm going to say goodbye for right now. Because that's all I have for right now. Everybody's just chilling. Bye, guys. Except her. You're running like a crazy chick. Okay, everybody's back for tonight. A little bit of sad news. That little chick that was hatching out. Yes, I got your nummy. So we're going to go have those in a minute. The little chick that was hatching out didn't make it. Sometimes when chicks hatch out, they exert all their energy. And they don't make it. And it was Pippin. And I fed the farm. I got everybody done. And I could still hear it, you know, squawking, like, you know, making this little pippy noise. And after I was done at the farm, I went and checked on it. And I removed the top half, left the bottom half, because, you know, they can still be attached. And let it dry underneath the mom. But it seemed pretty weak. And it didn't zip all the way around. Even though it pushed itself somewhat out. So it could, you know, breathe. And finished letting it dry underneath the mom. And came down, went over and, you know, visited with the neighbors. But it just, you know, come on. And let Kylo play with your neighbor doggy. And then, come on, let's go. But they can exert all their energy pipping out, so, or hatching out, and it just didn't have no strength. And it was pretty tiny. Come on, Tuck. Let's go. Come on, let's go. In. We gotta go in. Come on. Look, Nums. Come on. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Come on. Come on. Usually come to this. Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Hurry up. We're not stopping. We're going. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know, you're a little cautious of your sister. Your sister don't like to share. Come on. Come. Here, I'll give you a little bit right now. Good girl. Alright, now come on. Incentive for coming. Let's go. I know, we gotta go through the mud. Come on. Come, let's go. Come on.